What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Guys, you know, we've been having many discussions about black men dealing with women of other cultures. It's a tough conversation for me as a person who is a full-bodied pro-black, Pan-African, love black people. I don't want to live around y'all all the time, but I do, unfortunately. Wherever I go, I'm with y'all, okay? I can't get away. I've tried to get away from y'all. It's hard. But it's something that is a problem that we got to talk about. And I want to talk about something that I found out with Dr. T. Hassan Johnson. Me and Dr. T. Hassan Johnson did a show on Kinganda. I'm trying to see if I can even find the clip. But if I can't find it, we'll just talk about it. Dr. T. Hassan Johnson told me something remotely that I really just couldn't imagine that he would say. But he said something like this. Every black man that he knows that is a professional, if they get a divorce, listen to what I'm about to say. If that man gets a divorce, the new wife, okay, most likely will not be, and this is if he married an African-American woman before, she will no longer be African-American again in his own vantage point, okay, with his own experience, his own data, okay, that's his philosophy. And I at first I kind of saw it, but then I didn't, and then I thought about it. And I said, "Wow, man, this is true." Most guys that I see who are married to black women initially, the second time around, they're not marrying these ladies anymore. Why is that? So now let me discuss that. Now I want to get to the whole point of Usher. Usher is a cultural phenomenon, has been for years. 44 years old. He's still, his brother still looks young, okay? He was married to Chili. Not Chili, but he was married to somebody. I forgot who she was married to. He had a wife before. Tamika Foster. Okay? Tamika Foster was older than him by 8 years. All right. Then there was Grace Miguel. Now, who she's dealing with now? Jen Goechicha. I don't even know how to pronounce her name. I'm gonna mess it up, right? But she is a full-blown Latina. It looks like Grace Miguel, his wife, was an Afro-Latina. Beautiful woman. This lady is a complete Latina. I want you to see the transition of where I'm going with this. African American, Afro-Latina, complete Latina. This is not to say that Usher is a good person. I'm pretty sure Usher came with his BS. I'm pretty sure. But we went from black to Afro-Latina, which is still black, to now we at Puerto Rican and German or whatever she is now. I want to talk about this article that now he is engaged, allegedly, to Jennifer. Now, this could also be that Usher is more mature as a man. He doesn't make the same mistakes that he used to. Okay? He is not doing the buffoonery kind of things he used to. It could be very true. But now what we're not talking about is that now we have another brother who at his later years or in a third marriage is now marrying somebody that's Latina. Here's something I want to talk about to T. Hassan Johnson's point. T. Hassan Johnson, me and him talked about this. very frankly, a few years ago. T.S. Johnson told me that somebody that he knows in academia, pro-black, they first married African-American. At the end of their most successful marriage is not going to be with African-American, in so many words. I went to go see the George Foreman movie. Now, George Foreman was not always a great person. I'm pretty sure George Foreman had some beautiful women in his life. He was definitely a cheater, at some points a womanizer. Allegedly, they said he was a wife beater. I don't know if I believe he did admit to some parts of that. But I want to talk about the fact that George Foreman's current wife, current wife, is the longest wife he's ever had, as far as he's had 4. The 4th marriage, the woman that he has now, and I saw the movie this weekend, she's from the Caribbean, I think St. Kitts, something like that. So now this is something that's very interesting. Okay? He's been married to Mary Joan Martley since 1985. This is right before he did the comeback, okay? This woman was very instrumental in that comeback when the man had almost nothing. This was not an African-American woman. All right? This woman is from the Caribbean somewhere. She happened to be living in Texas, and they have done some great things together. Why is it that now, and I understand we have African Americans that are successfully married, and I love that, okay? But she's from St. Lucia, I believe, something like that. Why is it that when I'm hearing about these successful marriages now, these black men who are getting with these women, okay, that are having these successful marriages, the ones that are working, when it's with the black women, the women are coming from the diaspora. Or like somebody like Usher, you're seeing them coming from the Latina community. Now, I know the same can be said for black men and black women or whatever. I understand that, right? But today we're talking about this. Something that we need to understand is, how is that? What are the dynamics? This is the same guy. And again, we understand men make mistakes. But this is what we are always seeing now. This is a trend. Now Usher's about to get married to a Latina. So now we had Usher in the African American community, and then now we don't. George, I'm still gonna, she's still in the black community. That's still pro-black. I'm, whatever. But for some ladies, they would be upset about that. Why is it that these marriages work so better? Even when they come across people in America. My wife is from Nigeria. It's interesting. When I hear about black men, I have a wife from Nigeria, I don't hear about a lot of divorces. I just don't. My wife's from Uganda, never. I heard it once, African-American divorce, Kenya. I've heard that, but one time. And that's something that you're seeing as a trend. How can you build successful wealth, honestly, when you lose one of your guys to somebody from another community? Kobe Bryant is a good example. Not putting the blame on anybody in particular. I'm just stating what I'm seeing. It's something that needs to be talked about. And the thing about it is this: if you want to uncover those conversations, somebody's going to get offended. Or somebody don't want to take the blame. If you can't have a black community when you have somebody as popular as Usher not even married to somebody in the community, because it doesn't work out. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all the do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.